Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the past few days I've been uploading some tutorials and rendering techniques. And this session will be no different, but instead of drawing, I will be explaining this time. So for today's lesson, we're just gonna take a look at the work that I have done previously, and we're gonna talk about it, and hope this video will be informative to someone. So as you would expect, I normally do motorcycle sketches, and I don't necessarily follow any rules. I just do uh, as I go and just randomly draw and see if it fits or not. So as you can see, we have a lot of layers, and I'm not gonna draw. We're just gonna unhide the layers and just talk about it. So for this drawing, the first thing that I did, I put a background layer because I wanted the direction of the lights. In this case, you can probably guess it will be from the backwards, from this side. After that, I actually messed it up. Like I told you before, I don't really follow any rules. I imported a silhouette. I mean, like it was not a silhouette, it was actually a drawing, but on the process of overlaying it, I messed up the drawing. So yeah, but yeah, this is what I did at first. I put a dark layer on top of my drawings. Then I slowly moved forward. I put some shadows because, as you would expect, if the light is coming from this way, there would be a shadows on the ground. And I also did like some of the highlights that might be useful in future. And I also decided to do a disc. It was just an experiment, but turned out to be a good one, so I just kept it. This will be in random order because I don't know what layers do what, so I just gonna unhide most of it. As you can tell, the lights are coming. I mean, this drawing is not perfect. It's nowhere near being perfect, but this is something that I'm a bit proud of. So decided to share with you guys. So moving on. So I put some more highlights, some darker areas, some lighter areas, and yeah, slowly moving on to some small details. And I put like a very thin overlay on top to diffuse most of the like strong highlight areas. After that, we move on to putting some details. As you can see, this is the engine block. I would let you guys guess what motorcycle this is based on, and the engine architecture as well. So moving on, like putting some more details because I like I mentioned before, I don't really follow any rules. I just draw wherever I feel like, and yeah, putting some more details, darker areas, some lighter areas, and you can probably tell it's starting to take some shape. So here I decided that this one would be a metal area where this in this case is a matte, so it does not reflect light but it refracts, so the shining section will be bit less uh, lit compared to other parts like shiny areas, maybe for example the fuel tank or the engine blocks. Moving on, same story with the swing arm, front forks, and like adding even more details like bolts, and this could be the suspension spring, adding some more details on the highlight areas. As I mentioned before, this is not a perfect one, so here you can see like I did something interesting. I thought like it would be a cool idea to do it. So I mean, like there's a bit reflection of the red light, brake light, and it's also reflecting on the metal itself. I mean, these small details feel like they are too small to notice, but they do make difference. So that was a cool thing to do as well. So let's move on. As you can see the fuel tank is taking shape. like dark areas, but later on I realized if the lights is coming from this direction, this will be a bit lit and there will be like a brighter highlighted section. But I addressed that later. So here you can see this one is the engine block one, and you can probably tell like even the small light areas on top of the cylinders make a difference. And this could be like, I don't know what this is. So yeah, that there's a pipe going on. It just looks cool, I guess. So I decided to put a mudguard at the bottom, and as I mentioned before, there will be a darker section at the bottom, and there will be like a lighter section at the top. But there will be a light on this area as well, which we will address later. Moving on, putting some more details. Here you can see if the light is coming this way, there will be a reflection. Not reflection, refraction on this section as well. And as this is the metal section, it will be a bit more like highlighted. Not like a reflection in a glossy surface, but it's a matte surface. So we will address it later as well. So moving on, and this one is the front fork. I decided to do like, I actually did one before I made the other adjustment. I did one, but it turned out to be quite disappointing. So I decided to do one more time, overlaying on top, and it turned out to be acceptable. So moving on, I decided to put this, I don't know, like a cousin color pattern. I thought it might look cool, but yeah, I stuck with it. So moving on, putting on some more details. As you can see, I don't really name my layers. I just make new layer, put some more detail, make new layer again. Some more highlights, some more lighter section, darker section, and I did the same pattern on this cylinder as well. Okay. As you can probably tell, this is a BMW model, which is a boxer engine with two opposing cylinders fighting each other. Okay, just move on. And this one is the front fork, front disc and bolts if you like. And yeah, this could be a carburetor or something. And yeah, this one is the front fork. And I don't know why I put the lighter section here. So maybe the light is coming from this direction as well. I don't know. So putting some more highlights, darker section, lighter section. And I decided to put like a brake cylinder in the front. So I'm putting some more highlights. And I decided to put a headlight as well. Oh, maybe this could be the reason that all of this this section is lit. Okay, here you can see it's now starting to take shape and it's kind of popping out. I decided to put a fuel tank on top. I have to address that it should be highlighted as well because the light is coming from this direction. Here you can see like this one was the last layer where I decided to put like even more lights. If the lights hit some certain places, it will be more brighter. For example, this cinder block top, this under section, seats, and top of the fuel tank, this fuel cap as well. This is not perfect, but the general idea of how the rendering works is there. I'm still a student. I'm still learning, so maybe this video is informative to someone, I guess. Please let me know if it did, and I hope to make like a actual real-time drawing session if I have time, because I still have other things to do, but I'm committed that I will continue to do these kind of videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.